All right, welcome back to 7th grade math, Unit 1, perfect squares and square roots. Again, a reminder, you cannot use a calculator during this portion. And in the first video, just a little intro to Unit 1, I went over what I'm going to do in this unit, questions 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to make a video for each one. This is the video for question 1. And I also gave you a quick little rundown of using your multiplication chart to find your perfect squares. If you need to go back and watch that first video, I strongly advise you to do so. But in this video, I'm going to focus primarily on essential question number 1. What is a perfect square? And again, this is something we should have gone over earlier in the year, and hopefully a lot of you will remember it. And I'm going to start with giving you the technical definition, or a technical definition. And it might be a little wordy, so I'm going to give you the wordy definition, and then I'm going to try and break it down. And I'm hopefully going to keep this video to around 5 minutes. So, what is a perfect square? It is a number that is the product which hopefully you all know means that we are multiplying. So a number that is the product of a smaller number being multiplied by itself. So when you think of perfect squares, you should think of multiplication, even though it's not just basic multiplication. It's a very particular type. So one more time, a number that is the product of a smaller number being multiplied by itself. So an example of that, 144 is a perfect square. Okay, the number 144 is a perfect square. It is equal to the number 12 times 12. Or we could also write that as 12 to the second power, which we call 12 squared. Okay? So another example, I could show you, I don't want to use 2 because it tends to be a very confusing one. And you're going to be dealing with exclusively or only positive numbers here. Notice positive 144 is equal to positive 12 times positive 12. That's all you need to know right now for this year. So another example, I'm going to use 36. 36 is a perfect square. Again, you can see these in the multiplication table that you should hopefully create for yourself on your SOL when you get your scratch paper. 36, hopefully we know 36 is equal to 6 times 6, or you might see that written as 6 to the second power, also called 6 squared. We read this as 6 squared. So 6 squared, which is 6 times 6, equals 36. And 36 is a perfect square, as is 144. So to give a quick little analogy of this, think of think of a square room. Okay? A square room. So if you think about what is a room, and unless we think differently, the room itself is what you call the part you go in. Okay? The part you're standing in. So the room is what you call the part you're in. I'm going to capitalize that so you know. In that room, it is formed by sets. Two sets of walls. Pretty sure most rooms have 4 walls. So 2 sets of walls. And they are all of equal length because we said this is a square room. Okay, I'm sorry, my left hand is probably getting in the way. I hope it is focused well enough that y'all can read this. think of a square room. The room is what you call the part you're in. It's formed by two sets of walls of equal length. So to bring back this example from up here, okay, a 12-foot by 12-foot room, okay, this is the measure of the walls or the sides of the room. So this is the measure of the walls or the side of the room, okay? A 12 by 12 room will have how many tiles in it? It's going to have 144 tiles on the floor, each one being a foot long, or a square foot. So a 12 by 12 room will have 144 tiles on the floor. So that's that square room. So a perfect square is the product of a smaller number being multiplied by itself. The perfect square is the room, the part you're in. So it's going to be, if you drew a picture, okay, again, the reason I clarified it this way is when you're clarifying the difference between a perfect square and the number that creates it, the room is the number on the inside. That is the perfect square. The perfect square is the room. It is made by the walls, and that's our side length, which would be 12 by 12. That is just a quick little rundown, and I will make some more connections in the video that answers essential question number 3. And that's all I'm going to do on this first one, and we're looking at right about 7 minutes, so hopefully that didn't take too much of your time.